You shouldn't be worried about what that other person thinks. Now, if you're not getting what you want sexually, to me, everything boils down to things being sexually. If you're not getting what you want sexually and you think it's because of the way your body is, there's nothing to be positive about then. Yo, 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 you already know what it is. Your boy, Ronald West. I'm here with Xavier Carnegie, and you're watching Say Word.
Yes, sir.
Bro, body positivity, is that all cap? That's what today's topic is. Is it okay to be fat, out of shape? Do you still, supposed to feel great about yourself? But yeah, body positivity. What do you think about it, Xavier?
I think it's cap. I think it reinforces laziness. And yo, I don't think it's all inclusive. I mean, if you're gonna do body positivity, it needs to be all inclusive. I ain't never seen a dude on a poster promoting body positivity. It tends to always be like out of shape women for the most part. Have you ever seen like any promoting like on television, any videos when they talk about body positivity? You ever seen a fat guy on there?
No, but I guess it's more of I think it's like a biased thing. Like women, we look at women like that. Men don't necessarily looked as a sex symbol. That's what I think. Like if I was a woman, like you got to look at it like it doesn't matter whether or not a man is out of shape, skinny or whatever. If he got money and he can provide, he's sexy. I don't think the same thing goes for women, and I think that's why it's like that.
So that's why it's not all inclusive.
Right.
Okay. So,
but for a man, as long as you provide and you got money, you know what I mean.
You're gonna find some regardless if you got Skrilla. I mean, that's a given.
And you can get the best of the best like that too. As far as if you want to use a scale, as far as tens or whatever, you can get the best of the best as long as you got money. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
Enough.
Right. For a man, doesn't matter. But
so, what do you think? What do you feel about the whole body positivity as it applies to women?
Well, as it applies to women, the way I feel about body positivity, if you're a woman and you are the quote unquote overweight, or people will consider you fat or whatever the case is, as long as you're getting fucked by the person you want to get fucked by, there's nothing that you should be worried about. You shouldn't be worried about what that other person thinks. Now, if you're not getting what you want sexually, to me, everything boils down to things being sexually. If you're not getting what you want sexually and you think it's because of the way your body is, there's nothing to be positive about then. But if you're getting your needs met sexually, it don't matter how big you are or what you look like. There's nothing anybody else could tell you, because you just got to look within and be like, yo, I'm good over here. Well, I'm fucking the man of my dreams or whatever the case is. Like,
See, that's where it gets funky though. I don't know if you're, I don't, what are the odds on you being on the heavier part of that scale and you finding the man of your dreams? I mean, it can happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I think the odds on that tends to go down the further up that scale you go. And as far as to getting piped down, dude, I mean, dudes will fuck a tree if you sit there long enough. So like you getting sex per se, I don't think it qualifies of, success. I don't think that quantifies success.
Well, all right, then put it this way. All of the women that are preaching body positivity, I would assume that the reason they're so happy with their body and they're preaching it is because they're getting dick down. Because if you're not, then it's like, yo, what are you talking about? You're not getting dick down, or you're going to preach, go ahead and be the size you want to be. But you understand what I'm saying? So these people, hold on, X. These people, I'm guessing, and for the women that watch this, you let me know. With your body being the way it is, if you're getting dick down, then you know what I mean? You can be positive about it all the time. So maybe these people are getting dick down. That's what I'm trying to tell you, X. I'm guessing.
Listen, I don't think they're struggling per se to have sex. You know what? I look at it like when you look at a lot of celebrities that preach, that comes out and preach like body positivity and preach, stay on your heavier side, rock that. As soon as they become successful, they pick up personal trainers. They start to try to drop that weight. They don't try to stay there. If it was so positive and it was so awesome, why don't you stay there? As soon as they get the avenue, they try to come down. You know what?
And I agree with you. But I do see some celebrities they go the other way. I think I was watching. I don't really watch much TV. I saw Kelly Clarkson. Like, I told my wife, like, oh snap, like that's Kelly Clarkson. I
look a
said,
little
yo.
different.
And then you know what? But the crazy thing is, I think she's a preacher of body positivity, right? Like, I think she's a big time advocate of that. And it's like, this is just me being a who am I? I'm some fucking random black guy, you know, just in case she were to watch it. But she looked a lot better when she was smaller. That's all I can say. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was, I knew it was her, but it looked like a superimposed, like somebody was trying to be funny. Like you know how
one
when
of those cartoon drawings,
yeah, like
on a pier.
No, like Big Mama's house. Like, you know it's Martin. Like, you know it's Martin, but it's like how they made him into the bigger person, like the bigger woman. Is like, that's how she looks to me. Nothing against
you're a fool.
Yeah, not at all. But like I said, but what's the ultimate thing, yo? If you're getting taken care of and you're getting your needs met, then be positive about the body that you have. But don't be positive about your big ass if you're not happy with your big ass. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then project that as anger at the world for not accepting that body positivity that you're promoting forward. You're not happy with it. So how are you going to be upset with others for not accepting it and not being happy with it and choosing that as a first option? That's where it gets a little funky for me, because you know what? I think it reinforces a mundane, a more lazy, acceptant mentality. But yeah, I think of it a little funny, because look at it this way, right? Like, you look at like supermodels and they modeling clothes and fashion shows. They're not like plus models. It's very few. You dig what I'm saying? It's a lot of beach bodies. Calvin Klein model bodies, right? And you hear people say, that's not fair. It doesn't show the bigger people. Hey, yo, that's your motivation to get a little smaller so you can get into the nicer clothes. Well, that's how I look at it. That's your motivation. Like, if you're not happy with yourself, you're a little upset because your clothes don't fit right, or, that's your motivation. So you know what? Okay, whether it's a shallow reason or what. Some people work out. Some people try to become, change their body types because of health. Some people do it solely because they want to look good in the mirror. I mean, whatever your motivation is, go for it. Like, it doesn't have to be righteous. It can be shallow to death. Go for it, whatever that is.
As far as them feeling like they're not being represented in media and things of that nature, as far as like the body positivity, that on a deeper level, maybe they have some point where they say, like, you know what, we're all somewhat like brainwashed anyway to what we like, right? Okay. So on a deeper level, if you include me in there a little bit, me being like a body positivity type of person, like, oh, big or whatever, if you include some of me in there, maybe I can eat a little bit too. If you look at it from that point of view, all right, it's not that bad. But to think that you're going to make the way you are more mainstream, like they're doing everything else in America, wow, to be honest with you, you might have a chance the way America's moving, because we just accept anything. Yo, that makes sense, right? We just accept anything. So why not let me and let my type of people, my body, be out there also? The thing about body positivity that people got to realize is that what's happening is when we introduce everything into like mainstream looks, you separate and you blur the lines from the elite and the non-elite. And no matter what, you can be as positive as you want with your body, you're not going to be as desired as the elite. And the elite is what's desired. So that's what's better for the commercials and the marketing and all of it. The elite, that's what's better for, because that's what's really desired. Even if it's secretly desired, that's what's really desired more. So it's better for those things. What do you think about that?
Yeah, yo, at the end of the day, it all boils down to look in the mirror, take your clothes off. Would you do you? You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's what it's all about. Like, as long as you look in the mirror and you'll do you, then.
But the thing is, would you, let's explore that. Would you do you based on what? Based on what type of.
You've seen in the mirror. Just what you've seen in the mirror.
Right. Based on what you've seen in the mirror. So when you ask yourself. Right. But when you ask yourself that question, do you got to stretch for it? Like, do you see videos of people doing you? People like you?
That's the question. Like,
do you have to formulate this fantasy in your mind of somebody actually wanting to do you? I mean, if you do, then you're not really body positive.
It's going to be.
What's this thing called? Body positivity?
Body positivity.
Yeah. If you have to stretch and like really go hard to figure out how somebody can like you when you look in the mirror, and then you also preaching body positivity, you're a front, you're a fraud, you're cap. That's cap.
I think that's happening more often than not. I think, and this is why this is why everybody's preaching that body positivity. I think it puts out like a force field, like a bubble. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a shield. So once I say it and others say it, now's a field protecting me from any negative thoughts or comments, and it allows me to rationalize. So if I
Right.
look in the
But
mirror and I don't like it,
right.
bro, it's body positivity.
Did-
I love me, so they got to take me.
Right. But if you are having intercourse, if you're sexually active and you might be one of those body positive people, then you body positive because you're doing your thing. You know what I mean? You're sexually active, you're happy. But if you're not and you're a little overweight or you feel, what do you think the reason is? Because, what do you think the reason is? You can't afford to preach body positivity. That's a negative thing for you.